your girl Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. We live. We're a little late, but we here. It's live. That's how shit just happens. But I want to give a quick shout out to the Nightly Noodle. They're sick. Well, one of the band members is sick, so unfortunately they cannot make it today. But we are gonna have a reschedule on that, so I'll definitely update y'all for that. But I hope you get better. I feel like everybody's getting sick right now. Like everybody. First it's like allergies, and then I got people like, yo, I'm allergies and I'm sick, and it's just like, yeah. Keep the cooties away, keep the germs away. No offense, but I do hope that you get better. And when you get better, we're gonna get you on the Mina Mendoza show. Period. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna jump into things, not quickly, but because obviously it's a little later. I guess like quick little shout outs. Oh, something that just happened today. A music video just dropped today. Shout out to the Horseheads Men. Horseheads Man band, they're a dope ass band. They had a cover, it was a Bruce Springsteen cover, I'm on Fire. Yes, I'm on Fire. And basically it was a dope experience. We filmed this last year, and yeah, it's for anybody that knows Bruce Springsteen, shout out to Jersey. We filmed the video, and it's funny though, because when you look at the video, my face is not on it, but the legs are. The direction was heels, legs, blah, 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 whatever. And it's the beginning scene. I actually just posted on it on my Instagram, Queen0F Spice, Queen of Spice. So you can check it out there. But thank you for having me on there. The video just dropped today. The link is actually on my page. Check it out on YouTube. Shout out to Horseheads Man Band. And thank you for allowing me to be part of that experience. I've never done a music video before, and it was a dope ass music video. Like they rented a like blue, I'm not sure if it was an Impala, but it was a blue turquoise old school car. Yo, I guess like I never thought about like what goes into like a music video, you know. The amount of times, so it's one scene of me just opening the car door, you see my legs, and then I say a couple words, blah blah blah, nothing too crazy. And the amount of times that I had to open and close that door, yo, thank God our cars are made of plastic now. Not for safety, because I feel like we need the metal for safety, but damn, like, yo, I'm 5'2". I'm a small spicy Latina, okay? Yo, that door was heavier than me. And mind you, like in the music video, I gotta make that shit look sexy, so I can't be like opening the door. Low key, I want to struggle, like that's how I really felt like opening the door. But I had to make that shit look like I was strong. Like, yo. So again, the amount of times I had to open and close that door, I remember the next day my arm was hurting and shit. I also messed up my shoes that day because we were like in a real auto body place, and like shout out to my SJPs, but it's all right. You do it for the art, you do it for the culture. But yo, check me out. I just posted on my page. I think it's cool. I love to be part of cool things, and thank you for allowing me to be that for you. So yeah, shout out to ya. Just saying. All right. So we're gonna jump into the topics today. Something that I kind of want to talk about, because again, I wasn't prepared to do this show on my own, but I'm always prepared to do things on my own. And the end of the day is the Mina Mendoza show. Just saying. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on some things that I was thinking about today, because my mind always goes random. So I was thinking about like love languages, right? Because I feel like my love language is very like unconventional. Like I could be like super lovey-dovey, but it's like in sprinkles. And sometimes when you catch me on a good day, it could be like a waterfall. But you know, you got drought sometimes. It's just like I'm more of like the chill. I like to chill, you know? But I do like to show love. It's just a little different. So first I want to ask, do you think playlists, songs is a love language? For me, Mina Mendoza, I think it is because I feel like music is a way for me. It allows me to express myself. Like I feel like it almost says the words for me. And I'm a person like I feel like I don't know like rhythms, frequencies. That's a vibe. So I feel like if you send me a song, I'm gonna remember that song forever. And like I feel like that is a love language. I've never had someone send me a playlist before, and I was thinking about that. Cause I'm like, yo, back in the day, like you would burn a CD for somebody. I've never had someone burn me a CD either. But you would burn a CD, put the like names of the songs and blah blah blah. And like nowadays it's like, let me send you this playlist. So like I've never had that done before. But like if I had a playlist sent to me, I'm like, oh, this is all the music that makes me think about like, you think about me. Yo, but low key, imagine you get like a playlist like, yo, fuck you, bitch. Like that's just some crazy shit. It could go right or left. Right or left. But I'm curious, I'm here for it. Do I think sending playlists or songs is a love language? For me, yes. That's gonna have to be a green flag. That is a ding 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 for me, for sure. For sure. Let's see. Another thing that I could think about, because I was thinking about like, all right, what are like my do's and don'ts? And I want to say like do's and don'ts, but I feel like what's everybody's do's and don'ts with dating, especially now in this world. So can you date someone who doesn't have a car? And I feel like this is how I feel about it, because I feel like, do you not have a car because you had a car and something happened? Because let's be real, we're all human and shit happens. Like you be losing your car. Let me stop. If you lose your car, you shouldn't have a car. But like cars be breaking, and cars are expensive. So I get it. So that's what I'm saying. Is it because you had a car and like you had to repair it or an accident, God forbid, knock on wood. What's the story? Two, are you working towards a car? Like, meaning you never had a car before? Because, people's perspectives are different. Like, what if you come from the city? You feel me? Like, if you live in the city, I could see why there's no purpose in having a car. That's what I'm saying. Like, before we judge so quick, we gotta, like, really look at, like, the person's lifestyle. Like, if they didn't need a car, then, like, I don't consider that a problem. But I look at it like, like if you come from a place where like you don't need a car, like the city or whatever, like I get it. And I get it. But the red flag for me is like somebody who doesn't have a car but needs a car. And you know what I mean, and doesn't plan on getting a car. That's what I'm just like, well, what are you gonna do? Because it's like I feel like that's when you rely on too many people, like especially your partner, because like if you're in a relationship and one of y'all got the car, you're gonna use that car to go to point A to point B. You're gonna use that car to go on dates. You're going to use that car. So I feel like what's proper etiquette for somebody who's in a relationship or dating somebody and only one of y'all has a car? I feel like proper etiquette is definitely gas money. That is definitely like facts of life right there. No, seriously, gas is fucking expensive, yo. Like straight up. Oh, you want to go to the city? Right away, my head's like $40. Like that's not even including the toll. So it's just like giving gas money, and it don't even gotta be anything crazy. It's like, oh, here's 15 for gas, blah blah blah. Yo, that ass. Like we could have took Ubers and split that. But that's what I'm saying. Like at least common etiquette of like gas money. But yeah, like I feel like there's levels to it, but like, can I date someone who doesn't have a car? For me, it depends on the situation. Like I said, it's different scenarios. People could have lost their car. People probably came from a situation where they didn't need a car. As long as you don't have to rely on me. And that's where I'm like, okay, it shouldn't be an issue. But I always feel like living in Jersey, you need a car. So, can I date someone without a car? If I was living in New York, it's not a necessity. But If it was in Jersey, here, yes. I want to be passenger princess and not in my own vehicle. Just saying. Just saying. All right. But y'all tell me, how do y'all feel about that? Let me know. Let me know. It was something that I was thinking about in the car. I was just like, I'm curious though. What do y'all think? Another one. Could you date someone without their own place? To me, again, do you not got your own place because something happened? Like, yo, let's be real. Life be happy. Life be lifing. What if your house burnt down? Like, I don't want to be that asshole. Like, sorry, you're homeless. I can't be with you. No, it all depends on the person's story. Obviously, if something happened, blah blah blah. Like, I get it. But it's like, what's your plan? You know what I mean? I feel like I need to like date someone that has the same hustle as me. Like, I wouldn't allow myself to not have an apartment. I can't allow myself to not have a roof over my own head, especially my own space. So I look at it like, as long as you have that type of drive where it's temporary and not permanent, then like, I get it. Same thing, like when people move back in with their parents, it's the same thing. Like, is this temporary? Like, meaning you're using this because you're trying to find your own spot? Because, what if the house sold? Like, I get it. I am very empathetic. But if you've been living at your parents for like dead ass more than 3 months, that's a problem. That's like, yo, are you comfortable? Like, no. Like, this is now, I could understand like if you live in your own apartment, but like, I'm talking about living in someone's home. So is that a deal breaker for y'all? Can y'all date someone who doesn't have their own place? Let me know. To me, that would be mine. That would be mine though. All right, moving along. How about this? Another one. How much should you tell your friends about your relationship problems? I'm a 50-50, and this is why. Not that I'm not comfortable telling my friends my problems. It's just that me speaking from experience, like personal testimony type ish, I've been in situations where I told my friends everything, like everything. And then guess what? You end up getting back with the person. And then it just ends up like awkward. You know what I mean? And like, to me, and I get it. Like, sometimes you just need someone to vent to, but like, pick and choose your battles on what you say at that moment. It's not that you can't vent about it all, but just think about your next move. Because like, if this is going to be forgivable for you, then you should maybe tread softly on how many people you let in on that problem, especially because it's a problem between you and that one person. And that's what I learned. And it was like something that happened to me back in the day, because I felt like, oh, I got to tell my friends everything. And then I end up getting back with the person. And then it kind of looks weird because like, you kind of, in the end of the day, like, you're still in a relationship with that person and there's still a loyalty there. And if you get back with that person, there's still loyalty. So if you said too much too soon, it's like, you get what I'm saying? The loyalty gets like played with a little bit. And that's where I'm just like, pick and choose what you're gonna say. Like, if the situation is gonna be forgivable, maybe not at that moment, maybe tread softly of how much information you do give. And like, in the end of the day, I'm not saying that you don't need your friends, because I love my friends. I truly love my friends. But sometimes there's gonna be problems that you're gonna have to solve on your own, because no matter what, a person can tell you to leave that person and but it's up to you. In the end of the day, those are your lessons. And sometimes you might have to go through that lesson 10 times. Maybe you might need to go through that lesson once, but in the end of the day, it's a lesson that you have to go through on your own. So Can you tell your friends all the problems? Yes. Once you officially break up. Like when y'all officially broken up, like for real, like shit is done. Then I think it's cool because it's like, yo, I know I'm not going back to that, but at that point it's like it's done. You feel me? Like I dealt with the problems, and to me, like I'm not gonna continue talking about problems. To me, it's like a problem's done. So it all depends, but I just say pick and choose on what you say, because I feel like you do have to respect the privacy of that relationship you once had as well. Does that make sense? I think that's fair.
Yes.
I think that's actually fair. Think about it like that. So going on to my next question. Can you be friends with your ex? Oof. This is a hard one. I feel like you can if you can accept boundaries of not getting back together. You know, and obviously, like, I know sometimes there's gonna be attraction there, and it could be attraction there from both of y'all, maybe one of y'all, whatever it may be. But like, if y'all really want to pursue a friendship, is like, hey, this is the boundaries, we can't cross them, let's focus on what we need to focus on, you know. And it's like, can y'all be friends again? Y'all can, but y'all need to make sure that y'all let go of whatever that attractiveness is. Or if you have to heal from something, you got to make sure that like that shit is gone too. And sometimes healing, you know, can look a little different. Sometimes healing can take a person a month. Sometimes healing can take a person a year. But you got to be real with yourself before you could allow yourself to be open to that type of relationship with this person again. Can you, you know, without hurting yourself, because you want to make sure you're being good to yourself. So I feel like be real with yourself. If you can't get over something, give it time, give yourself time. And I feel like if friendships are meant to blossom, they will blossom organically. And I feel like that's just life. You have to allow your ex to date other people. Y'all have to allow each other to date other people. And if that person is meant to be your friend again, they will. Do I have a friend that's an ex? Yes. And were they very easy? No. But I know it took time, like a lot of time. Now, it, like I said, it just really depends on the situation. And I feel like just respecting y'all boundaries and stuff, like, hey, like this is not gonna happen, but it all depends on you. That's tricky. I caught myself a little bit. But can y'all be friends with an ex? And if so, how long? You know, I think like years. You need to give it like years. You need shit to like settle down for a little bit. Cause and it also depends how long y'all were together too. That matters a lot. All right. Wow, time is just going by so quick. I didn't even realize it. But all right, let me see what we got here. Okay. Is texting back fast a green flag or just anxiety? I personally think it's a green flag. Because if I see the text message, I'm not gonna like pigeonhole it. I feel like I don't want to do that. I don't want to like because if I can respond, I'm gonna respond right then and there because I feel something right then and there. So I'm gonna respond then and there. But if I'm genuinely busy, I'm responding as soon as I can. So is texting back fast a green flag? Yes. I don't think it's beasting. I think it's just direct communication. I think that's so dope. I think when like people could just like let go of their egos and just like be excited to talk to the people they want to talk to, all of that doesn't matter anymore. You know, like I got one life to live and it's not a long one. So I'm not gonna like hesitate to talk to you. I don't know, like I'm more mature. Mina thinks differently, you know, compared to like younger Mina. Like a lot of people are like, oh, that's thirsty, but is it? I'm being direct. I don't want to waste my time, you know. And if it is, then communicate it. That's a green flag too. You know, don't make someone feel wrong for their form of communication. Just make y'all understand each other, you know. The world is
Ew,
different. The world
ew.
is different. All right. Do I was looking at this the other day. So, you know what I think is interesting? This is like from my TikTok world, people. So like all of a sudden these like influencers became like famous. So like what I'm talking about is like, I don't know if y'all know who she is, but like Ash Trevino, you have Santos, you have Brie Olson, and nothing wrong with them becoming famous. But I honestly don't know why they became famous. And then you have like Shorty Bay, and it's like these just people that just make videos and are literally on live all day. And it's interesting because like I like went into like a deep hole one day, and like because I was just curious. I was like, why are these people just jumping on to like my For You page? And it's interesting though, because as I was looking through these videos, like a lot of these like lives, like I guess these people just go live, get hella personal. Like there's some where they're crying, there's some where they're like low key almost like getting caught doing drugs. It's just like a lot of like behavior. And in the end of the day, like it's not a video that's being edited, it's not a story that you're choosing to put out there. This is alive, and this is just like access, like and it's just like, damn, like we straight up live in a world where everything is just being filmed like that, and like people just enjoy doing that. I don't know, I think it's strange. It's strange. Like I think it's strange when people are okay, let me not laugh because I feel like that's mean. I just think being overly emotional on a live, like I can understand if something gets triggered and it happens and then you exit out the video, but if you're like purposely just being there, I don't know, like that's, it's not cringe, but it's like, ugh, like, yo, as a human being, get off the fucking phone and go console yourself. Like I don't know, like it's a little like it's weird for me, you know. And imagine having this conversation with somebody like in the 80s and shit, like, yo, like in the future people are gonna be on live crying while thousands of people comment them. Like what?
Really
Excuse me, hello ma'am, like I don't know, that's just odd. I was thinking about that shit the other day, and it's like these people are making money, like money, and I guess like they make their money, like I don't really know too much about that, but I guess they make their money off of like gifts and stuff like that. But it's wild. It's a wild thing. It's like a wild place we live in right now. It's pretty interesting.
What do you mean?
What else could we talk about? Being the therapist friend, a blessing or curse? Oof. I think it's both. I personally think it's both, because I feel like when it comes to like being that therapist friend, like it's dope because you could like, you're there for that person, you know? But then sometimes it's like, I'm here to be there for your problems, but I also need to feel that you're finding a solution to these problems. Maybe not the first time, like don't get me wrong, like vent, talk your shit. I'm here to listen and not judge. I'm here to listen and support. Like I'm all for that. But if it's like the same problem that you're venting to me and it's like already the sixth time, like as your friend, I'm gonna let you go on about this. But if I feel like you're not changing, then I'm low key, you're bringing me down too, and I can't support that. Is it a curse? No, as long as you're straight up. But like I think it's a great thing when your friends come up for you for advice, you know, because it's like it shows that they think you got your life together. So it's just like it's dope, you know. So it's just like giving advice, giving great advice, I feel like is a good characteristic. Like, have I been in those shoes sometimes? And you know, it's a little flattering, you know. But a lot of the times, even for myself, like I don't look for advice for people. I just look for them to just listen to me. It's like, yo, can you like hear me out real quick? So I don't know. Is being the therapist friend a curse or a blessing? I think it's both. It's just knowing again your boundaries, knowing when you're venting about something too long and not finding a solution. And then, it's like there's a time and a place. And that's when like the therapist friend should tell the person like, I think you should pay for a real therapist because this is a bigger problem. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's both. It's definitely both for me. Definitely both for me. All right. Another thing that I do want to talk about too is the Knicks. Oh my God. I feel like today's game is such a like stressful situation. Oh, I feel like, and I'm proud of them, yo. And I know everybody and their mother has been talking about them because, yo, it's been mad years since we have made it this far. And I feel like it would be dope to see them do some wild shit and just come up on top. They can, but tonight's the night. I think the game already started, actually. So I want to send some good vibes to New York, to the Knicks. I know y'all against the Pacers right now, but y'all got this. Like, I want to see y'all come up on top. I want to see. We could do this. We could do this, man. We could do this. And those games are, like, stressful. I be watching them. I'm like, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. Oh, your call that. I hope you make your free throws, please. That's the thing about sports. Sports are very, like, it's interesting, And also, shout out to the Mets. I believe they're playing tonight as well. They're playing their last game with the White Sox. They did lose yesterday. But we've been coming out good. We've been coming out great. I feel like our lineup is so dope. Alonso, Soto, Lindor, like Diaz, like we have such a beautiful lineup. Soto, like it is amazing. So shout out to the Mets, blue and orange. Shout out to the Knicks. I hope y'all win. Y'all will win. I'm manifesting the win. I'm manifesting the win for New York. But we got this. We got this. All right. So let's get into some spicy topics. Spicy ones.
It's looking spicy.
Kinks people won't admit to liking. And I feel like this is an interesting one because I feel like as the years have gone, like, whatever, kinks have evolved, So it's like, kinks are wild. Like, some people are gonna, like, some people will like feet, Some people will enjoy their partner getting something from another person, but they're being right there. So it's like, can you accept my kink? Like, what is a kink that you can accept? And imagine, and I feel like, oof, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Cause it's like, imagine like you met somebody, right? And you love them. And the sex is great. Everything's amazing, But say that they like to lick bald heads. It just has to be a bald head. Like, you know what I mean? But that could be a kink. Like, would that be like, no? Would you be, oh my God, that would be so hard. I don't think I would be able to do it.
What?
I know.
No.
I'm terrible. I just can't do that. I don't know. But like, can you accept someone's kink? I feel like it really depends on what it is. I don't think I can accept any kink that has to do with bodily fluids. That's why I said right away, like, I can't deal with someone licking something else because I just know how I am. So I got to make sure that whatever kink they into, like, it could be crazy, but once it involves like saliva and sharing that's why I'm like, nah, that's like a deal breaker. So that's why that would be a deal breaker for me. It's just the act of that, sharing that, I'm like, ew, like, I don't know where that head's been at. It's just could be dirty. So can you accept other kinks? I feel like it depends. It depends on what it is. All right. Let's keep things spicy, though. Let's keep things spicy. How about, can money make someone more attractive? Oof. I feel like yes and no. This is the sucky part. I feel like the dope thing about money is that the access to things. Like, oh, you want to do something? No problem. But the thing is, like, at least for me, it's nice to be accessible to things. But if I'm not attracted to you, then it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I need to be attracted to you. I need to be able, because if I'm attracted to you, I know that I am going to be affectionate. I know I'm going to be able to be next to you like that. So it's like, can money make you more attractive? For me, for a little bit. And then it's like, I snap back into reality. It's like, I don't know if I want to do that. So it's just like, it's easy. It's good to be accessible to things. But for me, I need a connection. I need to make sure that because the thing is, like, I've dated broke people. Like, you feel me? Like, that's that part. Like, I don't know. Like, I just need a connection. Now, I don't know. That's tricky. That's very tricky. I just feel like I don't want to be bought, if that makes sense. I mean, a lot of people might enjoy that. For me, it's nice to do nice things, but like, I feel like once you feel like you could be bought, it's just like, no. I don't find that valuable. I don't want to come like, oh, I know that if I get her this, she'll say yes to this. That's the problem for me. So I don't think money can make you that attractive, if that makes sense. I feel like it's attractive for you for a little bit. And like I said, I snap back from reality. But I know some people that would change the whole game, you know? But I don't know. For Mina Mendoza, I need a connection. I need to make sure that you're real. Like, there's something real between us. Oof. I thought about this the other day. And this is for anyone that has gone to college. So, like, if you've gone to college, there's a website that's still active to this day, and it's called ratemyprofessor.com. And I thought about this the other day. I was like, imagine someone made a website where it was like, rate my ex. Huh? That would be wild. But not like, okay, because I know y'all probably thinking like, oh my God, there will probably be like, like like sex pictures and videos. No. It would be like regulated. So it has to so the rule is that you could say bad things, but you also have to say good things too, to even it out, because it's not like a bashing site, you know? So like rate my ex. They'll put like a picture, they'll put your name, and like the county that you're from, and obviously there'll be like rules. You can't put the person's address. That wouldn't be allowed. But there'll be like ratings. Like, you could be like smart, dumb, rich, poor. You know what I mean? Like a good kisser. Like, maybe not. Like, but I always thought about that. Like, imagine there was like a ratemyex.com. And think about it. If you were on that website, what rating would you give yourself? I would give myself a 10. I don't see myself lower than that at all. But it's interesting, you know? Like, I thought about that. I was like, yo, because you could review anything now. So I was like, what if there was a point where you could, like, because like I said, you could rate a professor. And yo, if you go to ratemyprofessors.com, there's some comments there that are ruthless, but it's balanced. So I was like, damn, ratemyex.com. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
That'd be wild. But just an idea. What's more chaotic, dating in your 20s or dating in your 30s? Oof. I feel like there's a difference with two generations. I feel like in your 20s, you're more free spirited. Like, it's not so much about tying down, it's more about like still having fun, you know? So it's like, I don't really see a lot of people, excuse me, not necessarily jumping into relationships, but jumping into like long-term relationships. And I just don't see a lot of the problems that people go through in their 30s similar to the problems they go through in their 20s. Like in your 20s, you're still getting that like frontal lobe before you're 25. So it's just like, you know, the decisions you make and what you split is going to be completely different than like what you look at in your 30s, you know? So I feel like in my 20s, I felt like dating, a lot of people were just not serious. That was the vibe I always got, like just not serious. And I feel like once I started reaching my 30s, it's like a switch. It's like people just want serious. I don't really see a lot of people in their 30s not trying to be serious. And if you are in your 30s, like even like late 30s or whatever it may be, and like not trying to be serious, you almost get like a stigma, like a little like F boy, you know what I mean? It's like, or someone who hasn't grown up. So like to me, it's like what you encounter, I don't know, it's different. It's different. I don't know, because again, you're talking to the girl that has the most unconventional love. So like to me, I just feel like the 20s were more fun and not taking it serious. So like dating for me in the 20s, to me, was confusing. And that's just real, because I feel like now there's no direct communication, but like in your 20s, that was like non-existent, because I feel like that's when guys get into their 30s, and this is like my opinion, and like this is how I saw the world, I don't know, they get more mature, they start to understand. And I feel like because of that, I feel like it becomes a little easier, but in a way it's just like, I don't know, like when they're in their 20s, they just don't understand. And I feel like a lot of times us as women, we put ourselves in situations where we're like almost like helping, like in a mold, like helping them mature, getting them ready in the world. I don't know, maybe it's like that motherly instinct, but like I always felt like women were always more mature. So I don't know, guys in the 20s just was confusing. Like they were just like, they didn't know how to communicate. And like guys now in their 30s, I would feel like are learning how to communicate. And like, again, but just no wasted time. So what's more stressful, dating in your 20s or dating in your 30s? For me, I wouldn't say stressful, but I think it's more stressful dating in your 20s. For me, it would have to be 20s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because like I wasn't sure what I even wanted. So I feel like when I thought of dating in my 20s, I was like, oh, I don't even want this right now. But I don't know. That's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. All right. I got time for one more topic. What's it going to be? Let's see. I don't want to get into like a long topic. Okay, how about this? What's your toxic trait in the kitchen? Mine is I hate when people hover over me. Like I'm the type of person, like when I cook, you could chill with me. Like I don't mind you like chilling in the kitchen and like you doing your own thing. But the minute you're hovering over me and trying to tell me what to do, we're gonna have problems. We are gonna have major problems. To me, when I'm cooking, it's like an aura. It's a vibe. Like, you know, I'm cutting stuff, you know, I'm all about colors. I'm putting things in like coordinations. I have a system. So I feel like when someone tries to come into that system and tries to tell me what to do, especially when I know the food is going to come out mad good, we're going to have problems. You need to sit down over there. So to me, I wouldn't even say toxic trait. It's just in general, like, don't hover over me. Don't You know, if you want to help me, I'll let you know like what to throw out and da 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 da. But my toxic trait, I feel like just don't hover me in the kitchen, yo. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that at all. At all. But I can tell you this. I remember one time I dated somebody and I was mad scared when they did this shit, yo. And I hope my viewers know the difference of this, because like what's wild is this person I dated didn't. So it was in my 20s. Mind you, my 20s. I dated someone in my 20s, right? And they were cooking for me. And I'm just observing. I'm not going to be the person that's going to hover over you. I'll just observe, you know? I noticed that they cut the veggies, right? You know, and I forgot what they were making. I think they were making like some type of pasta or something with chicken. They cut the veggies, right? They did their thing, and then they took out the chicken. No. I apologize. They cut the chicken first. And I remember they were cutting it into pieces, and then they start pulling stuff out from the fridge. And I'm thinking like, all right, they're getting themselves together. So in my head, I'm like, I saw the knife that they used for the chicken. And yo, when I'm telling you with confidence, that person grabbed the same knife that they cut the chicken to cut the veggies. Yo, I stopped them midway and I had to ask. I'm like, yo, is that the same knife? And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh no, honey. That's cross-contamination. We gonna die. You gonna kill me. Like, no. And I remember I had to teach this person about that. And I'm like, yo, so you're gonna tell me you've been cooking like this the whole time? And I know some people be like, oh, it's gonna end up cooked. Nah, dog. There's a reason why that shit is a rule in the restaurant. You do that shit, you're fired. You do that shit in front of a health inspector, you get a crazy wild fine. I look at it like there's a reason why that shit's a law. Like, nah, dog, I'm not gonna die for some meal. Like, no. And I remember, like, and no fault to that person. That person just didn't know. So, like, I remember when I did see that, that was like, dang. Like, that's scary. You went through your whole life mixing this shit this whole time. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy you met me. So happy you met me, baby, this meal. But yeah, let me know. What was y'all's experience? What's your toxic trait in the kitchen? Let me know. I feel like we all got one. But all right. That's it for me right now. Just letting y'all know, I'm going to do my show on Thursday. Next week, I'm going to be live at 7 p.m. But after that, next week, I'm not going to be live. I'm going to be coming back on a Saturday. But I'll let y'all know. I'll update y'all on my Instagram, Queen of Spice, Queen number 0F Spice. And that's about it. And again, check out that post, yo. You're going to see half my body in the Horseheads band's video. And shout out to my people that know about cow and chicken. They gave me cow and chicken vibes. You know, the parents, when they're like cut off and shit. I was like, yo, I feel like that person. But let me know what y'all think. I just posted it today. Show some love. And yeah, it's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, Queen of Spice. We out of here.